Hello and welcome to Tampa Bay Right Now, a program dedicated to addressing important issues in our Bay Area, promoting awareness and providing you, the community, with information and resources needed to find solutions to these issues. I'm Allison Burns, and today we are talking about homeless veterans. Joining me is Yvette Beamer, who is a volunteer and community events coordinator for Sand Soldiers of America, which is a nonprofit organization serving veterans, active troops, and military families. Yvette, welcome.
Thank you, Allison, for having me today.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, first tell us, what is Sand Soldiers of America?
Well, Sand Soldiers of America was organized in 2009 primarily for veterans, new veterans coming back. We help all veterans, though. We don't say no to any veteran. But basically what we are is we're a resource organization, and we help to resource out for jobs, emergency housing, employment, basically for electricity. We honor and we recognize our veterans through community events, dinners, basically anything that veteran needs, we resource out or we help ourselves with. So whatever that need is, we do our best to meet that need.
Great. So who in the military community is considered a Sand Soldier?
A Sand Soldier is a Vietnam Forward veteran. Okay. We don't, primarily it's anybody in the military or is serving currently or who has served, and it's every branch of the military. So we help anybody. Okay,
great. Now, I know I was reading about the homeless issue with veterans and how one of the major issues is that almost 14% of the statewide population is made up of homeless veterans, which to me was staggering.
It is.
What would you say are some of the key reasons for that?
Key reasons, psychological, and those basically are combat-related PTSD, and that is 14%. It is staggering. The other thing is catastrophic life events that could be due to the fact that they come back and they're really not the same due to combat-related instances. It could be that they are disabled. It could be that their income, to the way that the economy is, it just doesn't meet the needs. There is also the fact that they are, there's disability, catastrophic life events, psychological, and basically those things that factor in just basically no home support, no support at all. Could help them maintain their homelessness or become at risk, and then they become homeless. Addiction, that is another one. That's a major one because they could be actually not addicted, but then they nurse their combat-related issues with drugs or alcohol, and then they become homeless through that.
Right, and I heard you mention something earlier. You called it Veterans' Choice. What is that?
Yeah, Veterans' Choice is where they completely disconnect from combat-related issues, and they become off the grid, and they are homeless due to their choice. They don't relate to society any longer, and they just choose to be homeless. It's not that you don't want to help them, you do want to help them, but they're happy being where they're at.
Right.
So it's their choice to be homeless, and it's unfortunate because your heart goes out to them, and you see that they live in these camps, in the tents, and so on and so forth. And but there is food for them. I mean, we do what we can for them.
Right. Well, and speaking of that, we took a visit to one of the Tampa Bay homeless camps, and we spoke with a homeless veteran. And here's a little bit about what he had to say.
There's no jobs down here. You know, people come down here for jobs. Guess what? They find out there aren't any. So they become homeless. And there are thousands of homeless in this area. The reason I'm here, I moved here 16 years ago. I had a job, had a home, lost my home in a storm. My wife died, lost my job. I'm in the woods. Making the best I can of it. They drink because they don't have any hope. And then they just get into a spiral downward. They can't find a job. There are no jobs. They just give up, and they go out and panhandle for money so they can have enough beer to make it through the night. You know, me, we eat good. and we take care of ourselves. You know? But a lot of these people, I feel sorry for a lot of them. You know? What are you going to do? I mean, all you can do is try to help them out, but I don't have any resources to help. And thank God for VFW. Let me tell you, these people are godsend to us.
So as you can see, just very powerful stuff.
It is.
Now, tell me, what is SSOA doing to help these veterans that are left without a place to call home?
Well, what we do is we resource out to other organizations. As we well know, we cannot do it on our own. We cannot do it by ourselves. It takes everybody. So we resource out to organizations such as Baycare, CORE, Rope Center within our own community, Steps to Recovery, and then we transition them and we kind of stay with them. We don't just leave them at someone's door. We work with them together in all aspects with these other organizations, and we just kind of stay with them until they're transitioned, and then we check on them a little bit later on to see how they're doing. Once they are not homeless any longer and they have transitional living and they're in a home, then there's other needs that come up. They're going to need food, they're going to need furniture, they're going to need other things that are going to help them to maintain a lifestyle. Obviously they're on a fixed income, so they're going to need help in maintaining, because obviously a catastrophic life event can happen also while they are maintaining that home.
Sure.
So you want to stay with them, and it takes everybody to help, and that's what we're there for.
Right. Well, speaking of that, how can the community get involved? How can other businesses partner with SSOA?
Well, fortunately, we have shows like this that are bringing awareness to this particular unfortunate situation for our veterans. So basically, awareness is the main key, is by being aware. When you know that there's something, and if your heart is in it, you're going to do what you can to help. There's many organizations out there, so awareness is the key to knowledge is power.
Right.
And so then when you're out there and you want to help, the community involvement is a main key. Getting with any organization that can help, and you helping and putting your hands to the plow, getting in there and working.
That's great. So for more information, you can go to sandsoldiersofamerica.org. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with Homeless Committee Chairman and Stand Down Coordinator, Mark Goss. Welcome back to Tampa Bay Right Now. We've been talking about homeless veterans, and with us now is Homeless Committee Chairman and Stand Down Coordinator, Mark Goss. Welcome to the show, Mark.
Well, thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. Mark, tell us a little bit about what you do and what a Stand Down is.
Well, what I do is we reach out to the veterans in the community, the homeless veterans, and we try to help them out as much as possible. And how we do that is bring awareness to the community and get more community involvement. And that's where the stand down comes in. A stand down is where we bring them in and they can have showers and haircuts and some hot chow, and they get some, we give them bags of canned goods and they get clothing. We've given out a lot of bicycles. And the other thing about what a stand down is all about is honor. It's, it's more of a where you can have a conversation with the vets. I'll sit down and have lunch with them there, and they really like that. Just somebody to sit down with them and have a conversation, and it makes them feel like they're back in the groove, talking with another veteran, and the respect.
Right.
And they feel respected again.
We were talking about earlier the camaraderie too. To
the
be
camaraderie.
able to connect with someone who's been through what they've been through.
Correct.
So I'm sure that's really important.
It is.
When you say it's trust building as well, because they have to gain trust with the people who are helping them when they're out in the camps and so on and so forth. They have to rebuild trust with the people who are helping them.
As what you've seen earlier in the homeless camp, that's how I was able to get into that camp, because of the stand down that happened before, gained their trust. And I was telling them, if you need help, give me a call. Well,
I receive calls, and then we mobilize.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I read that the first stand down was organized in 1988 by a group of veterans in San Diego. And I mean, just in the past decade alone, it's helped over 200,000 veterans, probably plus that, and their families and other military troops. So it's just fantastic. What do you think are great solutions for these veterans that are dealing with homelessness?
Well, again, awareness, so we can get more community involvement. It would be nice to start seeing some corporation involvement and some turnkey businesses, you know, hiring employment at risk, and more stand downs. And that's what I plan on doing.
I think intervening is a good part for your at-risk veterans who are about to become homeless, maybe letting them know personally that they don't have to wait till it actually is there, until they are homeless, that they know that there is a place to go to get this help that they so desperately need before they're actually in a camp or in their car, or they might not even have a car. So now this, you know, when you're talking about at-risk, you're not just talking about you know, a man or a woman, you're talking about families.
Right.
So that they know that there is these places to go, these organizations, so kind of cutting it off at the pass.
Right,
and,
so it's a way to prepare them, so if they start feeling like I could get in trouble or I'm starting to struggle, there's some place they can go.
There are many places that they can go. We can kind of come together as a group, kind of like an alliance with organizations, and let other organizations know, hey, Sand Soldiers of America is here, you can be part of our resource group, and we can refer it out and help one another getting the word out and awareness. So basically more outreach. So there's a lot of many things that, you know, that there's ideas. It's just, you know, putting it out there and getting it done.
Right.
So.
And do the stand downs have organizations that volunteer? Say, I know you mentioned haircuts. Are there organizations that can contact you and say, hey, I want to help out with this. I have a salon.
Definitely. We have a lot. I try to get a lot of support units, like the haircuts and the showers. Portable showers come in. But also we have support units come in that have that talk about temporary housing or to transitional housing and deals like that. VA comes in and tries to help them out to get through the system. And we have service officers within the VFW and other military organizations that they can go see and get their paperwork, and these guys will walk them through the system to make sure that they get through the VA system and everything and get all the benefits that they are entitled to.
Right. And I think we forget about that a lot. We forget that
Especially
they're out there. We
the
forget that
veteran
this is
that's
even
out
a
there.
problem.
You know, the veteran that's out there, he's downtrodden. He's addicted, and he just don't remember what he was told in the military. And there is help out there, and of course it has to go through the community in order to get them into the system.
Right. Were you going to say something to that?
Well, I was just going to say that, you know, we don't even realize that they haven't even gotten their benefits. And so that's the first step, is to getting them what they deserve.
Right.
And so, you know, when we all get together and at these stand downs, I think it's just a matter of collectively, you know, we're at this point now where we're pounding the pavement, and I think that when you have these awareness pieces and everybody is aware of what's going on, instead of us going out and just beating down doors, people are now coming to us.
So how can the community find out more? Is there a website? Is there stand downs that are happening? How can we find out where they are?
We have a stand down coming up on October 20th at Chester McKay VFW in Seven Springs, Pasco County. And they can get in touch with me by hmlsvet1@hotmail and contact me, and I'll let you know how to help out, and you know, we'll get it going.
It's fantastic.
Sand Soldiers of America is also participating in that stand down, and they can go to our website as well.
Awesome.
And contact us.
Well, Mark, thank you so much for being here. And coming up next, I will be talking with Michael King, a veteran once homeless who had the courage to ask for help and change his life outcome. Don't go away. Hi, and welcome back to Tampa Bay Right Now. I'd like to introduce Michael King. Michael is a veteran who was recently homeless, but has since transitioned into stable housing with the help of Sand Soldiers of America and Bay Care. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Good to be here.
Now, before we do anything else, I'd like to personally thank you for your service. And I know I speak for the entire viewing audience when I say we appreciate your sacrifice.
Thank you.
And for continuing to let us have our freedom. So I thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
Now, I'd like you to tell us your story, Michael, and tell us how you ultimately overcame homelessness.
Like you said, I was homeless. I got caught in a bad situation. And from there, I went to a volunteer mission and to going into a homeless situation. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went to a rope center, and then from the rope center, I got on the telephone, and I got help, and she helped me.
So what is the rope center?
The Core Rope Center is a transitional living facility in Pasco County, and what they do there, they do like intakes. They let people stay there who are homeless, and it is transitional. So they do alcohol and drug rehab through that facility. They let them set up post office boxes, and basically they allow the person to accept responsibility there within the facility itself, go for job interviews, and basically reestablish themselves until they find housing for them. What happened in this situation was they wanted to refer him to Sand Soldiers of America so that we could help him. He lived there for just a little bit, and Jim Campbell, Reverend Jim Campbell, called our office, Sand Soldiers of America, and then from there we did an intake, and we found that Bay Care would best suit him and his needs, and so we called Shattuck Scene with Bay Care. And then from there, the story goes is he's now in stable housing.
Right.
We helped him further with food and a gas card and some other things.
Okay.
Actually a bus, because he doesn't have a car, I'm sorry. But with some bus transportation and some other things. But what Mr. Michael King, in his situation, where you go back to the 5 key elements that cause homelessness, was a catastrophic life event in his life. So all things considered, he's doing very well, and it's a pleasure to have him in our lives.
Yeah. How long ago did you meet him?
It was about January.
Yeah.
Oh, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
Just a few
And
months.
so we're still in his life, and we're still helping, and if he needs help, we're still there for whatever he needs, and we're constantly getting updates on where he's at, and the Bay Care Behavioral Health is still in his life and still helping. I don't know, would you like to talk a little bit about that?
Getting help through I forgot.
Well, you're getting help. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I'm getting help through Bay Care,
Okay.
and I do volunteer work at Metropolitan Ministry.
Okay.
And I work there like 2 days out of the week, and they're helping me a lot. I work in the food bank and also work in the clothing room. So it's very good for me, and it's all about me giving it back, and I'm so glad they helped me, and I'm paying it forward, and it's good for me to pay it forward, because if I can do it, somebody else can do it.
Right.
I mean, there's no reason why any veteran will be homeless and then on helping another veteran or anyone else.
Right, because there's organizations out there that are willing to help.
And
people like you're here today.
Right.
You're paying it forward. You're letting people know that there is hope.
right.
And that's the biggest thing. So what would you say the community could do to also get involved? Like, what would you as a veteran need us as the community to do for you?
Well, the community could get the help with helping Metropolitan Ministries, because they need a lot of help. They need to they need underwear, clothing for all the people who don't have underwear and clothes. They need different food for them. They need help, and Metropolitan Ministries is a complete help. It just helped out a lot of people.
That's awesome. Well, we're so proud of you, and thank you for asking for help and letting everyone know that it's okay to do that, and it's okay to be at the bottom and also find your way back to the top.
Yes,
so thank you for that. So Yvette, any last words on other resources that veterans can look to, other places that they can go? What's maybe that first step if they're struggling?
Well, the first step obviously is to whatever is closest to them or whatever they know is to go to, look us up, Sand Soldiers of America, www.sandsoldiersofamerica.org, and we'll get them to the right place.
That's great.
So that is, but to reach out to any peer group that they know of, but obviously, to step out and just reach out for that first hand of help.
Well, thank you both for joining us today. If you have any more questions, you can visit our website at www.mytvtampabay.com. I'm Allison Burns. That's what's happening right now in Tampa Bay. See you next time. Good night.